Hello, students, and welcome back to another lesson using www.tinkercad.com. And today we're going to be trying circuits in Tinkercad. So without further ado, let's begin. Make sure you're on the Google search engine. Type in Tinkercad. You'll find the first link takes you directly to the Tinkercad. You may have to log in with your Google account. If you get to this page where it says My Recent Designs, make sure you go to the left where you see Circuits. Select. And then create a new circuit. And you should get a blank slate. But on the right side, you'll see all the components. Mine is already set to components basic. And with components, the main thing on these circuits is that all three that I want you to make in this lesson will include a 9-volt battery. So just grab the 9-volt battery and drag it onto the screen. And then in this case, for series circuit, which is our first circuit, I'm going to place light bulbs. So I need to search those out by using this search box right here. Just know that that's available. Select and type in light bulbs. L-I-G-E space B-U-L-B. And there's your light bulb. Now, I'm going to drag two of these to make it a true series circuit, putting them on the screen. And I want to take note of certain tools on this interface. And one is the rotate tool. So you can see that this component, this light bulb, has been selected. So then I go up to the upper left corner, you'll see a rotate button, and you can select it and rotate your components for better organization. In this case, I could even take this one and rotate it in the opposite direction. And then you can also drag your components and organize them. And when they're selected, it tells you the names. Next thing to do, though, would be to connect the wires and make the battery power these light bulbs. And then we'll be sharing and downloading this image to complete the first third of this assignment. Up here is the wire. And if you'll notice, you select this and you'll see normal wire. And I'm going to leave that as it is. And also green wire is fine, but you know that you have a drop down that shows all the different colors of wire that you might want. I'm just leaving mine green. And then, as I explained in class demonstration, that I believe that the electrons flow from the negative through the circuit to the positive side of the battery. So I always recommend just starting with the negative end of the battery. And you can click here to solder it on and then drag it out. Now you can also bend your wire by click and then change direction with your mouse. Click and then drag it over here and click. And now that's a wire that solders the negative side of the battery to this light bulb terminal. Now I'm going to go from this terminal to this terminal on my second light bulb. So I can click, drag it out, click, bend the wire, click, and then drag it back, click, and connect it. And then finally, to complete the circuit, you just start on this terminal and return to the battery. Click, click, and then back to the positive side of the battery. Click. Now, in order to verify this is actually fixed and working correctly, you just click the button up here in the upper right where it says Start Simulation. If you select that, and the light bulbs will come on, verifying that you've done that correctly. As I showed in the in-class demonstration also, I thought it would be kind of neat to put a switch in. So I'm going to stop simulation. You need to stop the simulation before you can make adjustments to your circuits. So I'm going to select this first wire and hit delete on my keyboard to get rid of it. And then go back to these components, basic components. And then immediately I see side switch, which I drag over here, or slide switch, I should say. And then I'm going to go back to the normal wire, go from my negative terminal on my battery up to the common terminal on my switch, and then go from terminal 1 on my switch over to my light bulb again. And then again, this switch is defaulted to the on position. So if you click Start Simulation, your light bulbs should turn on if you've done it correctly. And then you can also click the switch to verify it's working on and off. See? On, off, on. And since I believe that is the first third of this assignment, I want you to just share now. So go to the upper right corner, you see a share button, share, and then you're going to see a pop-up which has a circular icon in it that means download. Select and download. And then gloriousjaban.png has gone into my downloads folder. So I'm going to return to my downloads folder, look in there and verify, oh, there's Glorious Jaban. And also, if you're using a PC, in that case, you can right click on it and rename it. And I'm going to call it Series Circuit. And then, whoops, and it renamed it to Series Circuit 2. But that's the image you want to turn in for the first of the 3 images I want you to complete. So without further ado, you can just, you can select these wires maybe and delete, because for this NIC circuit, you're going to want to have 2 light bulbs as well. And this is the parallel circuit. So you're going to start here, go to your switch, go from the switch to the first or terminal 2 on that light bulb, then terminal 1 and click, and then bend and go back. Now that's one line, that's one circuit. Now you want a parallel circuit, you're going to also connect this, click. Let's see if I can do it. Select, and you can drag it over to this light bulb, click, and then drag, click, back to the positive terminal, click. Oops, I said click. All right, now verify that it works. Start simulation. Congratulations, so far it's working for me. I can turn it off, I can turn it on. Now this is what I would consider a parallel circuit. So without further ado, up to the upper right corner where it says share, download my image. Glorious Jaban went into my downloads folder, so I'm going to reopen my downloads folder, find it, and rename it to parallel circuit. CIRTUIT. Now I have a series circuit and a parallel circuit, and that's what it looks like. That's 2/3 of the assignment. So without further ado, let's complete a combination circuit. And I'm going to, again, delete these lines. And I'm also going to refine by using the search tool, LIGHT light bulb. Okay, so I'm going to drag a 3rd bulb, and then I'm going to rotate it maybe 90 degrees like so. All right. So combination circuit, I believe, will have a circuit that runs from here through a switch and also connect terminal 1 from this light bulb to terminal 2 of this light bulb, and then just return terminal 1 back to terminal 2 of this light bulb. That is what I would consider a combination circuit, and we can start simulation to see if it works, and indeed it does. We can also check off, on. Now that I have a combination circuit, I can go to the share button, download my 3rd circuit. Glorious Jaban is now in my downloads folder. So I go to downloads, right click and rename. I'm going to call it combination. Circuit. And that will be the 3rd of 3 images that you'll want to turn in for assignment credit. Good luck.